Right then, I thought today I'd just talk about something a bit less depressing and talk about some of the media stuff that went on before the documentary went out in June. And we did quite a lot of interviews and things for magazines, and we did some radio interviews and things. And we did a slot on Good Morning Britain as well. We got to meet Eamon Holmes and some of the other regulars that are on Good Morning Britain. But so basically today I've been up to York and done a slot for BBC Radio 3 Counties, and then come home and done all the housework and washing and things. And I just it just kind of reminded me of the day that the documentary went out, because we did lots of stuff around the week before, and we had a couple of weeks before we had a professional photographer here doing the magazine shoots, and it was just really funny because this guy's used to shooting supermodels and then he turns up to do this photo shoot for us, and literally 5 minutes before we arrived I was so sick. When he got here I was green. I was on my hands and knees in the garden being really, really ill, and my sister Kerry opened the door, went, "I'll come back in a minute," and just shut the door and left me in the garden. So yeah, it was that was really funny. But then we went down to we did a radio interview for BBC 3 Counties before it went out on air, and that was on the Tuesday. And then we travelled down to London on the Wednesday to do the Good Morning Britain slot. And on the train down on the Wednesday, the Matt from the radio station had phoned and said, "Oh, would you mind just popping into Broadcasting House as you're in London and just doing another quick interview for us?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine," thinking it we'd just pop into the radio station and do this radio interview. So we got a taxi over to Broadcasting House, and we went into the radio reception, and it's the little one of the Gallagher brothers. I always forget which way round they are, if it's Liam or Noel, but the short one anyway. He was in the reception area, and I'm not a massive Oasis fan, but I recognised who he was. But the cheeky so-and-so stood next to me, and he kind of looked me up and down as if he'd just stepped in something. So I kind of went, "Hello, can I help you?" Just didn't really know what to say, because I thought, "You cheeky who do you think you are looking me up and down like that?" So then said to the receptionist, "Oh, we're here for an interview." And she says, "Oh, no, you're over in the other building." So we walked out of the radio building, and we were like a couple of kids. It was so funny. Kerry went, "Oh my God, do you know who you were just stood next to?" And I went, "Yeah, it was the short one from Oasis." It was really funny. So anyway, we went into the main Broadcasting House, and it was really manic. The waiting area is really big, and it was just filled with loads and loads of people. So this guy comes down with a frightfully posh voice and sort of shouts my name, and my sister's like this, pointing at me. And so we got taken up to the newsroom, where on BBC News 24, and there's that sort of balcony that goes around that you can see when the newsreaders, you can see this balcony. So he takes me up there with Kerry, and he kind of starts putting this thing on my ear and putting my microphone on, and he went, "Right, I'm your cameraman." And I went, "Cameraman for a radio interview?" And he went, "No, this is for the BBC News." And I was like, "Oh." I hadn't done my hair, I hadn't done my makeup. We were still in the stuff that we travelled down from Barnsley in. So that was a bit of a shock. And so they just plonked me on this stool, and there's people typing on this side of me, typing on this side There's always stuff going on behind me. And he says, oh, just look into the camera. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like it's the most normal thing in the world to have somebody talking in your ear and you've got to answer them whilst looking at this camera. And so anyway, it didn't take long anyway. And he did assure me that I did a very good job. I'm not convinced, but you know. So that was an adventure. And then we had a bit of a wander around London. And then we stayed at a very nice hotel. I think it was called the Mondrian, something like that. So we stayed in this very nice hotel, and the guys at ITV were really lovely. They were amazing. They were so kind. Couldn't do enough for us, and got us a nice bacon sandwich because we had to be there very early. Really took care of us, and it wasn't anywhere near as frightening as I thought it was going to be. So that was really good. And then we got on the train to come home a bit later on in the morning. And as we were travelling home, the phone goes again, and it was, ITV Calendar would like to do a slot. So instead of coming home, we ended up getting into a taxi at Sheffield and getting taken to the studio at Leeds. And then after we'd done the calendar slot, then coming home. So it was a really, really busy day, but it was, I don't know how celebrities do it. I mean, we're not celebrities, but they do this all the time where they're getting shuttled around doing interviews here, there and everywhere. But we came home and all I wanted to do was go and have a granny nap and a cup of tea. It was really funny. But it was nice to do something completely different. And, you know, they had taxis waiting for us, and yeah, we were sort of made to feel quite special. So it was good fun. It was really good fun. And although it was for, you know, something that was very sad and very serious, it was nice just to have something that lifted that. And it really did. You know, we were able to wear nice clothes and have our makeup done and our hair done and all those nice girly things. And and then, you know, just we had a nice meal and just a bit of time for me and Kerry really as well, just to kind of reflect on what was going to happen when the documentary went out on the Thursday. And then Kerry went home and I stayed here. And actually I kind of thought, well, we've seen the documentary already, and I wasn't actually going to watch it, but just before it was due to come on, all of the girls came downstairs, and I was like, oh, why are you all down? And they were like, well, the documentary's on in a minute. So we all sat together and we watched it together. And every time a break came on, everybody's phone just went absolutely mad. So obviously people were watching it, and as soon as the adverts came on, that was it. Everybody was texting us and, you know, sending us messages. And at the time I didn't have a Twitter account, and so Morgan sat there with her Twitter account going, and she's like, Mum, we're trending number 20 on Twitter. And I'm like, is that good? Is this a good thing? And she's like, Mum, it's brilliant. And really excited that, you know, that it was on Twitter. And then all the sort of comments that were coming through, and she was reading them all to me. So by the end of the documentary being aired, I actually did have a Twitter account set up so that I could read them and not have to keep asking my kids. And so it was really, well, I don't know, I think because we'd all seen it, and you're not hardened to it, that's not right, but because we'd all seen it, we knew what to expect, so it wasn't quite so bad. And I suppose because of all the really positive comments that everybody was sending and the messages of support, really, it made it that much easier. And it has made it that much easier to deal with. We've had so many really positive comments from people and so much support. It's just been amazing. And there's loads of stuff in the pipeline for us as well over this next year in terms of the things that we're doing and hoping to kind of get going. And so I just wanted to talk about something a little bit less depressing and dreary, because it's been a really good day today, and when you have a good day, you've got to keep it there. So I'll do some more tomorrow when I get time.